You are watching Xirtus.
A pregnant cat work at home. Okay,
No,
let's see what this
this is
is.
absolute AI slop, but I just and yes, yeah, no, it's
uh,
crazy. This randomly showed
why
up in
didn't we
my
show
feed, and
this
I was
earlier?
like,
People love cats and they love pregnancy. This is like this is our dream.
no, but it's, I mean, this is, yeah, I'm not even sure what to say about it. But then actually, so later we will bring this
Oh my
up. John
god.
Oliver, this comedian who's speaking British English, he even did a whole episode on AI slop. And of course, it kind of makes sense that now with the new video thing, the first thing, if you just want to get reach, is you create
Mhm.
some insane cat-based videos, and as you know, the story or whatever is completely insane, and
We need to
even the
start
art
doing
style
that.
is insane. But yeah,
We need to just do cat based podcasts. We should really set up. There's easy software where you just your face tracks to a cat. It's time. It's time that we just do cat shows. That's what people love. Oh, and bears. I like bears, but this is it's clearly Russian propaganda. So the cat it is. Very good. Let's do retrieval augmentation generation. Give me a second. I'll be right back. You just
yes,
explain this.
yes. So this is a type of technology that is available in more recent LLM systems, large language models, whereas you have the capacity to upload a document, which can be, from what I understand, yeah, which can certainly be more than your context length. So sorry for the technicalities, but anyone who's into this, you may be aware that if you have a large language model, AI chatbot, or anything similar, the context length determines how much information the AI is actively accessing. So for example, you're writing with the chatbot, you're saying a few things and you put in, let's say, 1,000 characters, and at some point there's a limit, and the AI will not actively consider anything that's past that limit. Although from what I understand, I think Gemini Pro or whatever has an insane context window already, like pretty large. However, what you can also do now, even if your context window is smaller, you can give the AI a document, and then it will search through that document for every query you make and try, it's really just a try, but still, to excerpt certain citations from the document and then have additional information basically to draw from. So I just noticed that because I'm experimenting with different AI models, and I saw that this is a new feature that, yeah, is interesting enough, let's say, to play around with and allows you to extend your context in that way. I'm sure you're familiar with this, right?
Yeah, this is great stuff. I mean, this is exactly what we were talking about earlier in terms of there are ways very quickly that psychologically you'll be able to build a mind that reasons. And yeah, like it says here, this method helps reduce AI hallucinations. And it's something that I try to defend. I think AI hallucinations are really important because I mean, my favorite, most brilliant people are crazy people. So I wouldn't want AI to become boring now. But there's definitely reasons that you should be able to check and think. Maybe like I don't believe this is real, but the scene in A Beautiful Mind, the movie about Nash, where he sees crazy people. I'm sorry, he sees hallucinations of false people, right? You know what I'm talking about, the movie Beautiful Mind.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know that scene, but
Oh, you need to see this movie.
I
So
know.
I mean, it's really important for a couple of reasons. You should also know the backstory here, which is that John Nash was a genius mathematician who discovered the formulas which probably stopped World War III in this timeline, right? If it weren't for him, in a lot of ways, I think that humanity might have been reduced to some sort of nuclear apocalypse. Not even just because of nuclear like bombs or something like that, but just because of the idea of war, submarines and everything. I mean, Endgame, it's really all him. But he got really suspicious of Israel working and stealing nuclear codes and saying, hey, you know what's going to happen is that Israel is going to get a nuclear bomb. And when they have one, they're going to get more. They might have like 60, but that's enough that they'll be able to threaten the rest of the world, not just Russia, but even China and the United States as well. And when the United States is under the control of fear by Israel, then anything can happen. And this might lead to a war with Iran that doesn't need to happen. I know. I calm down, bro. I wasn't even calm the hell down. That wasn't even the point. The point was that if someone has super bombs of any kind and they're using the idea of radiation, but by the way, radiation totally exists. Look at your Wi-Fi antenna. Like, it's funny that they talk about how dangerous a nuclear bomb is, and then they say that you're completely
But
fine.
strangely enough, there is not a single study that would determine that cellular or other radiation has any type of negative effects upon anything. Go figure.
Right. The more important point here was that Israel, with the same sort of prevalence of radio devastational control, right? And by the way, we love you. Like, you're great. I was just joshing you there. But John Nash was referred to as an anti-Semite. There's like, this guy, he hates Israel, like he's skeptical of Israel, so therefore he hates Israel, and he's probably pro Sharia. I'm just saying, like, this how far this goes back, and he ended up going completely insane. There's, in the movie version of it, let me see if I can find the character scene here. Oh my god, like hallucinations. Oh god, was it really the movie is made by Ron Howard? That's how you know something's evil, by the way. If that redheaded demon is involved with a movie, that is how you know that it is evil. Okay, so the point being that the hallucination scenes, he sees this man in a hat the whole time, right? Who's a CIA agent, and there's a little girl, there's this blonde friend of his, and there's this guy in a hat. And eventually he realizes that none of these people in the movie, are real, and he's completely insane and schizophrenic, and he has to start taking pills all the time, which put him into a vegetative state. They don't say in the movie that it was because he was an anti-Semite, but that's what happened first. First, he's a completely stable, normal human being. He starts questioning Israel, and all of a sudden he goes completely insane, and he's being... How do I even express this? There's two ways this goes down. One is that he actually is seeing CIA agents who are gaslighting him and driving him to think that he's crazy when he's not, And the other is the way that the movie presents it, where he's actually crazy, right? He's completely crazy. There is no CIA. It's a figment of his imagination and yours. And you shouldn't doubt that the government is trying to help you, and you should always love Israel. But this is the thing that kind of blows my mind. There's enough evidence to show that he was meeting these people, that he was working for them. Of course, if there was anybody who was going to be working for the CIA secretly to build math logic strings that would tell you what the probability of Iran or Israel having a bomb that might be a problem in the Middle East during this oil trading phenomenon, it was John Forbes Nash Jr. So what I love about it is this movie kind of shows you, not only did they probably gaslight him, not only did they make this guy who's completely sane look crazy, not only did they destroy his life, his family, and drug him and just make him completely doubt himself, but they even made a movie about it to enforce this narrative, to make other people think that this was real. And I think you can watch this movie and be like, wow, that's how scary it is to mess with these guys. They're gonna make a movie about you being crazy to make you not look sane, and they're gonna enforce this 40 years later, and people are gonna believe that you're schizophrenic, even if you're not, right? But the point I brought it up was because his way of dealing with this is to eventually just ignore them. He realizes it's dangerous to talk to these people, so he just starts to ignore the agents and the little girl and the lady. And he's like, I know that they're there. I just know that they're not really there, right? So I don't need to take my pills anymore. I just have to ignore them when they're talking to me. And I have to avoid all the crazy... That's basically how you deal with being a genius who has hallucinations. The way John Nash does, at least in the movie.
Good to know. I'll watch it.
Xirtus.